Hey there guys, what's going on? Sir Sound here, welcome back to What Remains of Edith Finch, where we are here with Pothead Lewis, and we're going to find out what happened to him. Dawn Finch. What the fuck? Greater psychology.
As Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
What? Oh yeah, he works in a cannery.
He kept working at the cannery.
Well...
But he withdrew part of himself.
Oh.
In our sessions, I saw the same behavior.
What was the same behavior?
His mind began to...
What?
Wander.
Oh.
I asked him to describe it.
I got a multitask here.
He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth.
A labyrinth?
Feel his way about.
That's a dead end.
Then something moved. Bats. And toads.
Toads? Oh, we can go up here. Dinosaur? Dragon?
And things that have not names.
Things that have not names.
He knew it was all in his head.
Oh.
But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself.
Maybe he has. What's there? Nothing. It's hard to multitask.
But he
like
found
this.
something more.
Oh god, it's turning into 3D even
I
harder.
worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused.
Yeah. Constantly just
Like
chopping the
a
heads
whole
off
new
fish.
Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him.
Oh god. Some
It seemed very
psychologist
promising
here.
at first.
You can see it's taking over
told
his
me he'd
mind.
made
It's
a
getting
new
bigger
friend.
and bigger. Dougie. Okay.
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia.
Lewis Topia.
He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians.
Okay. Okay, gone the wrong way.
And songs for them to play.
That guy's stuck. I don't know if we need the music there. I like having an entourage.
He talked about starting a band.
Another fish.
And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger.
Ah.
He no longer spoke at the cannery,
He no longer spoke?
but his chopping was as reliable as ever.
Well then again, if I was working a job
Then one day
and
it
I
struck
didn't really like people, I wouldn't speak to them.
That all the
struck him.
cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished.
Why is that guy so big, the drummer, all of a sudden?
He held an election for mayor,
He held an election for mayor?
and he won.
Oh Christ, he's Mario now. Oh, they literally played like the Mario
They
song.
begged him to stay,
Or kinda
but
like
his
the
mind
Mario
was
thing.
already wandering.
The bum. Where's he off to?
It became a game for him.
Oh shit. More fish. God, this
He'd
is
conquer
hard.
a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville.
Like the Vikings.
St. Louis.
St. Louis.
He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis, until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery.
He forgot to go home from the cannery.
Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
Hello, man. What's
In
this?
Lewisburg, he heard rumors of
Lewisburg. A handsome queen.
a handsome queen. The queen was on her own quest for
Sinister serpents or radiant rainbows? Let's go radiant rainbows. That's what a
radiant
queen
rainbows.
might like. Oh. 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 Oh.
He followed the sound of her.
Electric. What's an electric sitar? Let's go an electric sitar.
Electric sitar.
Just the same notes over and over again, not much of a tune.
His chase led him to a golden palace
God, there's
east
so
of
many
the sun
salmon.
and west of the moon.
So many salmons.
Even then, his logic remained sound.
Oh, I'm still cutting the heads off things. Even though, like, the canning
the world
factory is
was all in his
completely gone.
imagination.
Okay, fuck me. There's a lot of fish here, boys. Okay, we need to double time it.
But he was so proud of having created it.
Yikes. I like that
In his
integration.
own eyes,
This
he'd
game is
become
really
something greater
smart.
than a king.
Okay.
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one
No.
climbing the steps of a golden palace.
The queen's ran off.
My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Hello, sir. Okay, dokie. Okay. So this is his locker, I guess. Weed. Take away big DS.
He began to forget the world we know.
Oh Christ, look at this place.
I think
Jesus,
it pained him
big-
to remember
big
Lewis,
factory.
the cannery worker.
Oh, is that us? We have an out-of-body experience. We smoke too much weed. Jeez, they look like a fucking deadly machine, don't they? The head choppers.
He began
How does
to
it work?
despise
Is
the
there like
man
a
with
foot
royal
pedal or
contempt.
something? Yep, that's us. Fuck, I wonder
I
how he
still
dies.
thought I could
Hope he doesn't
save him.
chop his arm off or something. He'll get stuck in a machine.
Even after
That's
he
probably-
said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
Christ. He's kind of lost his marbles, hasn't he?
The palace would be packed with his companions.
Way, way. There's a big lad in the back. Way, way. Oh, Timmy, there you are. Yeah, way. Why can't I
including the
move?
wise Calico who'd insisted on
God,
advising
what the
him.
fuck? Look at the cat. The wise Calico. Who's the wise Calico? The cat? But you're Molly the cat. You're not Calico. Who's Calico? Gosh, you're a creepy ass cat. You're like a bobblehead. That looks like a guillotine above the queen.
His queen waited, holding his crown.
Oh god.
There was only one thing left to do.
What? Fucking lop your head off. Yep, that's probably what's gonna. It's a guillotine. Yep, his head's gonna get lopped off. He lopped his own head off.
Bend down his head.
Fuck me.
And the rest I think you know.
He chopped
Mrs.
his
Finch,
head
your
off.
son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Sweet Mary Jesus. That was a rough one now, boys. That was a rough one.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Right. Is that everyone? Bar Edith? Sure, may as well carry on. Up to Edith's room. And then we will find out what happened to Edith. That was a long one. That was a good 10-minute one.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left.
I assume we just go upstairs.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
This is Edith. Oh, this is our room, is it? This must be our room at the top.
But it had to end one way or another.
I guess we're the youngest in the family, so
All that's
we're the
left now
highest
was to
room in the
tell you
house.
about that last night.
Okay, but I'm actually gonna leave this here. I decided that I will leave it here. Right, so I'm gonna leave this here, just because this episode's long enough as it is, and I don't really want to have a 20-minute episode, depending on how long this is. So, thanks a million for watching. If you guys enjoyed it, if you did, drop a like, rate, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye for now.